won't even get to the song necessarily right now, but Tef, just in general, in terms of how he's revered as a UK rapper, because he definitely belongs in this UK rap conversation.
Yes.
Maybe obviously not at his king status or whatever, but he is a lifer. Tef has been going forever.
Yep.
Is he underrated? It's a word commonly thrown about. Artists tend to hate it, but is he overrated?
You know when they say something...
Over or under, sorry?
Overrated. Tef. It's
Okay,
mad
I
love.
tried to
It's
make sure, yeah.
no.
It's all love. It's love.
Tef,
Let's make that very clear now. It's love.
No one's overrated you. No, but is Tef underrated though? For real. That's the E and J.
Yeah, that's a thing. The only reason why I wouldn't say he's underrated is because he's rated based on what he delivers, and what he delivers only caters to a niche. So only that niche group can appreciate it. I
agree, and that's not said enough. I honestly do think that you lot say underrated, like there's a Tef song that you wanted to go brazy, but just didn't go brazy, and that's a lie. Like there's not one Tef song that you thought this is gonna. You might feel like it's brazy. And guess what? That's a 6-7 song. Yeah. Let's be real. Yeah. It did what it did for them.
Did amazing.
It did what it did for them. Do you know what I mean? It did what it had to for them. So
yeah. I don't know if you guys clocked any of like, this is gonna sound so rude, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Joe Black and Benny Banks. They had like a period where they tried to do drill. Did anyone hear that?
No.
They had a period where they tried to do drill. Yeah. And that's what I don't want Tef to ever do. Don't ever go into that. Not
Tef can do drill. No, yeah, I was gonna say
that, but attempt something that you can't do well, and then it shows like you're forcing it because you know that's what's popping, and that's what Benny and Blacks did.
Yeah, that's
they
bad.
Had that moment.
That's very bad.
It sounded awful. You sounded like it just didn't sound great.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's making.
You're so polite saying it there. It just didn't sound.
I mean, they're legends, isn't it? They deserve that politeness, that grace.
Yeah.
But I'd say. Yeah, no, and the thing is, I think Tef's too authentic for that. Because I think where I would say he's underrated is, it's probably not his positioning. I agree that actually, you know what, he probably ended up about where he was going to be. But I think it's his consistency. See, we bring up peers like Joe Black, Benny Banks, yeah? His volume and catalogue crushes them.
Yeah.
It overwhelms them. It suffocates them. And you know what? What's mad is that he never made a project where he was like, oh, why'd you do that, Tef? You see that feeling that you got from them, man, yeah? He never, not once, gave that to you. And I feel like that's probably where he's underrated. It's the longevity he's given you. It's the consistency that he's given you. That's like, actually, it's easy to sleep on because he just keeps doing it.
Yep.
And you normalize it. We're spoiled with Tef.
Yeah.
We're spoiled with Tef. We're super spoiled with Tef. And I think that's where I want to say, you know what? I got to give him small underrated props. Not that he should have been a star boy, not that he ever should have charted, but my God, he didn't have to go in as consistently as he did. For at this level, when all his peers either took a massive break or just don't make music at all.
He kept going.
You see what I'm saying? The time,
So
you have to rate him for that.
You have to rate him for that, and even on Anando's, like he did this thing. It was not like he was right there with them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, he was needed. Like, it was,
do you know what I'm saying? So then that's one thing I'd say about Tef. How you feeling? He's got a project coming out. He's working hard on it. It seems like. Are you anticipating it? What did this song do for you in terms of that?
It's not making me excited because I know it's gonna be like usual Tef delivers.
What did you feel about Call of Duty 3? Just checking your temperature.
I think it's good, but I don't always listen to it, and only because
it's one of them ones.
Okay, do you know what? Yeah, I feel like Blade and Tef are similar, but I prefer Blade.
Do you go back to Bags and Boxes 4?
I listen to Blade every single day.
Wow.
From 1 to 4.
Well, that's different then.
Yeah. So that's my preference. But I feel like they're probably similar. So same with like Call of Duty 3 and everything that Tef dropped. When I do listen to it, I listen to it. But do I go out of my way to listen to it? Not as
Do you know what I'd say though? I think I'd say Tef's a bit more thoughtful than Blade though. And I don't say that as a diss because Blade's kind of more bossy than Tef is as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they make up for it they in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also feel like that narrative is also a small part of the reason why Tef ain't regarded the same. If you look at a lot of the man that blew up from UK rap, there's a heavy narrative behind them, and Tef kind of lacks that for whatever reason. And you know what? And you never know a man's life. You never know how real it is. Whatever. But a Nines, a Blade, a Gigs, like that main character energy is all up on them. And Tef,
like Spade,
and even a Feki who's less celebrated, but he's got main character energy. You have no doubts that in Blue Borough it was him. And I'm not, and like I said, you don't know these man, you don't know whatever, but it's the vibe they give you.
They say
and
some
and
shit.
and Tef lacks that narrative. I feel like, and I feel like that does hurt him a bit. It's fully there. It's fully there.
Details, everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
100%.
Sometimes it's just not made for you to be in that space.
I feel
sometimes you're
I
just
agree.
where you are at.
I agree.
Sometimes you have to accept that.
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
So it's not even a knock. It's like we regard him as a legend, but you are where you are.